So here we are, it's October and it's beautiful autumn weather. The leaves are turning golden and you can hear the birds. And we've just harvested our pumpkins. So the cucurbit family is an interesting family. There's so many different pumpkins and courgettes that we can choose from. And we're used to the traditional orange pumpkins, but today I've chosen some blue pumpkins and some black pumpkins. I'm going to start off with the courgettes. So we have a lovely variety here called Costata romanesca. And normally, when you look at this, you think a marrow. It's huge and it doesn't really look like a courgette. But a courgette actually, when it grows to its full maturity, is a marrow. So we wait till it has reached marrow stage and then we take it and we harvest it when it's nice and ripe and when the stalks are brown. And we then open it and we save the seeds, and it's really quite easy. So I'm just going to cut into it. They're quite hard, so just make sure that you've got a good knife and a good even board underneath you. So all we have to do is just remove the seeds by hand, and children love to do this because it's a bit messy and it's a bit fun. And these are beautiful plump seeds. So you can tell they've been well pollinated. If you do come across any that are just very light and flat and no real, substance to them, then just remove those because more than likely they just haven't been pollinated. You can see just how many seeds there are in just this one half, well, it's actually a quarter of a fruit. So just nature again with its great abundance. Plenty seeds to save for yourself for next year, package up and give for Christmas gifts and share with your community if you've got a seed share in your area. So the next step then is just to take my bowl of seeds and to give them a quick rinse off. So when it comes to the cucurbit family and pumpkins, there's three main species to look out for. So we have the large pumpkin that we would know as the jack-o'-lantern pumpkin. That's a Cucurbitae maxima. And then you have the courgette, which is a Cucurbitae pepo. And then you have a smaller pumpkin here, which is in the species Cucurbitae moschata. So moschata would also be the butternut squash that we would know. So we've harvested these wonderful pumpkins and now I'm going to save the seeds. And I love pumpkins because you can have your cake and eat it. You can open the pumpkin, you can use the flesh inside for wonderful rich soups, for pumpkin pie. So I'm just going to open this one. This is a black futsu, a Japanese style pumpkin. And it is jet black on the outside when it is immature, and then when we pick it, it turns to kind of a dark green and then slowly turns orange. So as you can see, it's just changing here. So I'm just going to slice the pumpkin in half. A nice sharp knife because they are quite strong. And you can see this beautiful orange flesh inside. And here we are, beautiful pumpkin seeds just to remove. So when it comes to saving the seeds of pumpkins, it is important to allow your pumpkins to cure after you've harvested them. So bring them inside and allow them to sit. They'll store for a long time, so maybe for a couple of weeks, and then you can open them and save your seeds. So when it comes to pumpkins, there's just so much variety. And this is a beautiful light blue pumpkin called the Oregon Homestead Sweetmeat Pumpkin. So it's a Cucurbita maxima. It's one of the larger pumpkin varieties. And it was bred by Carl Deppe, who's a geneticist and plant breeder in the United States. And it's a gorgeous, it stays this colour on the outside even at full maturity, so it doesn't turn orange like we'd expect, but it does have beautiful rich orange flesh inside. So I'm going to open it now and we're going to save the seeds. Beautiful flesh here and lots of lovely healthy looking seeds. So I'm just going to remove them here. Once we've saved the seeds like this, we're just going to give them a very quick rinse under the tap in a sieve, and then we're going to dry them off on a plate. We can leave them there for a good week or so. Just make sure that they are nice and dry before we put them in an envelope Make sure that they're labelled with the date and the name of the variety. And then we're going to put them into maybe a biscuit tin in a cool, dark and dry place to save for next year's seeds.